Welcome to Tech Quest X, where we make tech clear and show what it means for your role. Everyone's talking about GPT Instant Updates, but nobody's talking about the quiet cost of believing the hype. This isn't just about technical specifications, it's about a profound professional blind spot. Many tech professionals, from product managers to engineers, instinctively assume any new LLM version is inherently newsworthy, especially if it's marketed with words like instant or real-time. We often conflate an announcement with an actual breakthrough, overlooking the critical need for independent validation. The core problem here is not a new model feature, but rather, it's the none in our critical thinking when faced with aggressive marketing. You might be thinking, but isn't any update good? The truth is, speed without validation is just expensive guessing. The audience, your users, your internal stakeholders, are increasingly skeptical. They don't want another vague promise, they want proof. And ignoring that skepticism means you're already behind, quietly accumulating risks. This isn't just a developer concern or a marketing challenge. It fundamentally impacts how product teams prioritize roadmaps, how finance allocates budget for infrastructure, and how operations prepares for new deployment cycles. The stakes are quiet but high. Misplaced effort, wasted resources, and eroding trust across the organization. What happens when we chase these instant promises without rigorous due diligence? An e-commerce team recently rolled out an instant update for their recommendation engine. 2 weeks later, it started aggressively promoting discontinued inventory because the instant feedback loop overemphasized recent click data, overpowering crucial historical sales signals. 3 engineers spent 6 weeks diagnosing it, delaying a critical Black Friday feature. This isn't an isolated incident. This rush to adopt, without understanding the underlying technical trade-offs or long-term implications, can derail strategic planning. It diverts valuable engineering talent from impactful projects to chasing transient hype, creating a cycle of reactive development rather than proactive innovation. This impacts everyone from HER trying to retain top talent to sales struggling to pitch a stable product. Ultimately, the consequence isn't just technical debt, it's also a significant erosion of trust. When a team repeatedly pushes instant solutions that don't deliver tangible, verified improvements, both internal stakeholders and external users become fatigued. They start to question the credibility of all new initiatives, not just the instant ones. We need a framework to distinguish between genuine advancements and marketing noise, a way to move beyond the superficial allure of speed and focus on what truly drives value. Otherwise, we're stuck in a loop, celebrating minor iterations while real innovation stalls. And what users are actually demanding next will surprise most teams. After the initial excitement around LLMs, a new sentiment has emerged. Fatigue. Users, especially those deeply engaged with technology, are increasingly tired of instant or flash LLM update announcements that promise revolutionary shifts but often deliver only vague, incremental gains. Frankly, speed without rigorous validation is just expensive guessing. These constant updates frequently miss the foundational, hard problems that genuinely block widespread adoption and tangible value. This isn't solely a developer's jaded perspective. Product managers are also actively pushing back against feature claims that don't translate into quantifiable user experience improvements, directly impacting their strategic roadmaps and resource allocation. What users are truly demanding now is concrete, undeniable proof of improvement in specific, critical AI pain points. We're talking about direct, measurable reductions in hallucinations, a significant increase in the model's ability to grasp and generate nuance, and a complete elimination of what's often dismissed as slop in generated prose. These are not minor aesthetic concerns. They represent fundamental trust barriers. When an LLM confidently spouts incorrect facts or generates boilerplate text that requires extensive human editing, the instant update often feels like an instant headache rather than genuine progress. This pervasive skepticism isn't just anecdotal. It manifests in observable ways. You might be thinking, are my announcement videos simply not resonating as they used to? The low engagement with announcement-style content surrounding these instant updates isn't coincidental. It strongly signals a community-wide desire to actively validate or debunk performance claims in real-world scenarios, rather than just passively consume marketing materials. The tech community isn't merely looking for minor iterations anymore. They're actively seeking proven game changers that genuinely solve complex problems. making a clear focus on specific, verifiable metrics absolutely paramount. Teams need compelling evidence that this isn't just another incremental tweak. This demand is magnified by the understanding that there's no singular, magical, none, button, or simple configuration that can universally fix all LLM issues instantly across diverse use cases. For example, consider a mid-sized SaaS company's ML team. They hastily rolled out an instant chatbot update, aiming to drastically cut customer response times. Just 2 weeks later, customer sentiment plummeted because the bot began generating overly generic, unhelpful platitudes, effectively tanking the user experience. This systemic failure forced 3 customer success managers to collectively spend over 100 hours manually intervening in conversations, directly impacting customer retention and, crucially, affecting sales and marketing teams struggling with churn. The intellectual payoff here, the aha moment, is realizing that the instant label itself has become a significant liability. It's no longer about how quickly an update can be pushed to production. It's profoundly about how much verifiable, tangible value it actually delivers to the end user. The fundamental shift isn't merely from slow deployment to fast deployment, but from vague, unproven promises to rigorously validated, measurable outcomes. This deeper understanding reveals that the community now values transparency and demonstrable impact far more than the fleeting allure of groundbreaking speed that often lacks true substance. It forces us to collectively ask, what complex problem are we truly solving, and can we definitively prove its solution? Continuing to push unvalidated, instant updates without directly addressing these core user demands incurs significant, often overlooked, quiet costs. Beyond merely burning through engineering cycles, this approach actively erodes customer trust and dampens enthusiasm for genuinely innovative advancements. Teams risk being perceived as out of touch, prioritizing internal metrics like deployment velocity over the crucial external measures of user satisfaction and utility. This perpetual cycle of hype, followed by disappointment, creates a substantial barrier for future, genuinely impactful AI developments to successfully break through and gain traction within the market. Ultimately, the core insight for every professional is this: users are more than ready to move past the superficial gloss of instant updates. They crave a genuine partner in collaboratively solving complex, real-world problems, not just a relentless stream of marketing announcements. The true future of GPT updates isn't fundamentally about how fast they arrive, but rather how good they truly are, and crucially, how definitively proven their impact is. Because the real, deep-seated problems that instant updates frequently ignore are about to become even more expensive and impactful for every organization. After all the hype around instant updates, it's crucial we pull back the curtain and talk about the real-world consequences of relying on them too heavily. This isn't just about skepticism. It's about safeguarding your systems and your reputation. The promise of immediate improvement often distracts us from foundational risks. Instant models don't fix broken data. The drive for speed, while appealing, can often create an illusion of agility. You might feel like you're iterating faster, but without robust validation and testing, you're simply deploying changes more frequently, without truly understanding their impact. This can lead to a significant validation gap, where the pace of updates far outstrips your ability to confirm their quality and safety. One of the most insidious risks, especially with continuous weight updates, is catastrophic forgetting. Imagine your model specializing in a new domain, only to lose its general knowledge, or forget crucial, long-standing facts. It's like teaching a brilliant expert a new skill, only for them to completely forget their core profession. The more you update for niche cases, the greater the chance of eroding the broad understanding that made the model powerful in the first place. A mid-sized SaaS company's ML team rolled out an instant update to their customer support chatbot. 2 weeks later, it started generating wildly irrelevant or nonsensical answers, baffling users. This happened because the rapid update process prioritized recent, niche user queries, inadvertently overriding fundamental domain knowledge. Customer churn increased by 10% in a month, leading to a significant PR nightmare and a scramble to revert. Beyond the model itself, instant updates introduce immense operational complexity. Think about the infrastructure needed to support continuous integration and deployment of massive model weights. Monitoring performance, debugging, and rolling back a poorly performing instant update becomes a monumental task. This isn't just an engineering nightmare. For product managers, it means unreliable feature launches and unpredictable user experiences, impacting roadmaps and adoption. Then there's the risk of architectural lock-in. Designing systems to accommodate continuous, real-time model updates often means making specific, rigid choices about your infrastructure, data pipelines, and deployment strategies. Down the line, this can make it incredibly difficult to pivot to new architectures, incorporate different model types, or even upgrade core components without significant re-engineering. So, before you embrace the next instant update, ask, what's the decision framework guiding this? Are we prioritizing actual, measurable outcomes, or just chasing perceived velocity? Because the real problem isn't just speed, it's something far more uncomfortable. The hype around GPT Instant Updates promises perpetually optimized AI, but here's the shocking truth about its real-world performance. Instant often means worse than deliberate cycles. We assume rapid equals superior results, but it doesn't. Constant churn introduces subtle degradations, hidden biases, and erodes model stability. Speed without validated benefit is just expensive noise. This contrast between perceived agility and the reality of maintaining quality is a critical blind spot. Achieving true instant weight-level updates demands immense computational and memory overhead. Think constant deployment, dynamic loading, and managing large delta weights across your inference infrastructure. The storage and loading for truly personalized, per-user updates quickly become astronomically unfeasible. For most, constantly adapting models is a practical impossibility. Infrastructure cost alone impacts budget allocation. This pursuit of instant adaptation exacerbates catastrophic forgetting and drives architectural lock-ins. A model continuously adjusting to niche, recent data risks losing foundational knowledge, becoming brittle. An e-commerce team rolled out an instant personalization model. 2 weeks later, it started aggressively promoting discontinued inventory, because recent click data overpowered historical sales signals. 3 engineers spent 6 weeks diagnosing a bias in the update pipeline. This isn't just an engineering headache. It directly impacts product roadmap feasibility and the unit economics finance teams rely on. The core performance disconnect stems from misaligned success metrics. Teams often track deployment speed or update frequency, metrics that feel fast, but they neglect the true impact on user experience, accuracy across diverse segments, or subtle, creeping biases. Without robust A/B testing and comprehensive monitoring, validating actual value, instant becomes a performance treadmill. You're moving, but not necessarily progressing. It's mistaking activity for achievement. The shocking truth isn't that the technology doesn't exist. It's that GPT Instant Updates rarely deliver the net positive performance most teams assume. The real challenge isn't just speed. It's effective, sustainable, and reliable adaptation. Preserving general knowledge and avoiding crippling technical debt. We must reframe. From blindly chasing immediate speed to prioritizing thoroughly validated impact. Successful AI isn't about moving fastest, but strategically adapting for long-term value. The teams who truly lead with AI aren't those chasing the mirage of instant updates. They're the ones who understand where real, sustainable value is created. It's about strategic adaptation, not just raw speed. Get this wrong, and you risk far more than technical debt. An e-commerce team once rolled out a daily update product recommendation model, believing faster was always better. Within weeks, it began promoting out-of-stock items aggressively, leading to customer frustration and abandoned carts. The root cause? The rapid update pipeline amplified recent, noisy click data over stable sales signals, costing the team nearly 2 months in engineering rework and significant customer trust. So what does getting it right look like? It means focusing on deliberate, data-backed iterations, understanding true user needs, and building robust validation into your deployment pipeline. This isn't just a developer concern. It deeply impacts product roadmaps, security postures, and even legal teams worried about data integrity and compliance. Ultimately, success isn't defined by how fast your model updates, but by the tangible business outcomes it drives. The illusion of instant is the enemy of reliable. Focus on intentional, validated progress, and you build systems that truly empower rather than merely respond. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into GPT Instant Updates. If this breakdown resonated with you, please hit that like button. Share your thoughts or challenges with dynamic AI models in the comments below. I read every single one. And for more insights that bridge tech hype with practical reality, subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. You can also find links to our full playbook and resources in the description.